Good afternoon, Ankit. Welcome on board.
Thank you, sir.
Ankit, can we have a little introduction of yourself?
Sure, sir. I am Ankit Kumar. I belong to Rewari, Haryana. I did my graduation in hotel administration and hospitality, and I have given few attempts of UPSC as well. My hobbies are playing online games and cricket and watching web series, sir.
You have mentioned driving cars also that you forgot to tell us.
Yes, sir. Actually, I like to drive car as well.
Okay, good. And what are you doing presently?
Right now, just preparing for civil services, sir.
What you have mentioned here that you are doing little teaching work also in some coaching institutes.
Yeah, sir. Actually, 1.5 months before I left it, and that's it. Right now, I'm completely preparing for this civil services exam for this interview.
You left it because you wanted to focus totally on the civil services exam.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what subjects you are teaching in the coaching institute where you are working earlier?
Actually, sir, the subject of GS as well as some of the portion of public administration, which connects or link between the paper 2 of quality and governance of UPSC. All that subject.
Okay. Ankit, as we see, you have done bachelor's in hotel management.
Yes, sir.
So, why you thought of it was an afterthought, or it is some strategy that you first did hotel management bachelor's and then you shifted your focus towards civil services? What's the reason for this shift?
Actually, sir, I started with the hotel management. There is nothing like strategy, but afterwards, I started to believe that civil services is a much better opportunity for me. I have the potential to be in the civil services and do good work for the society. That's why I shifted this.
Okay. You are presently stationed at Delhi or somewhere else?
Actually, that's at present at Delhi, sir.
Okay. Public administration, just put us wise little bit on this topic. What is public administration and how it differs from general administration?
Public administration is the action part of the government. All the policies which are prepared by the political executive is the responsibility of the public administrators to implement on the ground level. So public administration deals all those aspects which comes under the policy implementation, basically. And there is a difference between public administration and general administration. We can say that the public administration basically focus on the objective of welfare of the society, welfare of the people. Whereas the general administration, basically, if you talk about the private administration, it focus on the profit motive. So this is there.
Okay. Since driving cars is your first hobby, as you have mentioned here, so I thought I'll discuss with
Yes,
you
sir.
and get educated. Very recently, just I think 2-3 days back, this auto expo got over. Now it was held not very far off from where you are
Yes, sir.
residing at present. Did you attend that expo?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. Actually, I was at home. It took place at Pragati Maidan nearby.
So you went there to see that expo?
No, sir. Actually, I don't get the opportunity. I went to hometown that way.
Okay. The latest trends in the cars, as far as fuels for the cars is concerned, now there is going to be a distinct shift for obvious reasons from fossil fuel driven like petrol and diesel driven vehicles to start with to electric vehicles, then hybrid models, But of late, you have not attended this expo, but of course, there was a technology demonstrator shown over there called Flexi Fuel, strong hybrid vehicle.
Yes, sir.
What is this technology? What does it talk about? If you have seen this or studied this, what is this technology talking about?
So flex fuel technology is a kind of new technology in which the engine of the car runs on a different kind of fuel like ethanol. So here the complete petrol is not required. Here you can use different kind of fuels while driving the car, like ethanol and petrol combinedly they can be used. And if we talk about the hybrid car are like where two kind of fuel can be used after one another. For example, if a EV car is hybrid, so it can run on the electricity as well and as well as on the fossil fuels. So this is the difference between the flex fuel engine and the hybrid engine.
Mm-hmm. You talked about mixing ethanol with the conventional fuel.
Yes, sir.
What is India's target?
Yes, sir.
As far as blending of ethanol with the conventional fuels is concerned, how much we want to proceed ahead with this till 2030?
Actually, sir, there was a target till 2030. Recently, it was preponed, and we are targeting to blend 20% of ethanol by 2025. As far as I know.
Recently, a plant was inaugurated in Haryana itself. Are you aware of this? And how ethanol is being productionized in that plant?
Yes, I am. I read about it from the sugarcane industry. They are taking the carcasses to the ethanol production, but I don't know the whole process how they are making the ethanol.
Okay, okay. You know, the personal identity document Aadhaar, which is, of course, every citizen is supposed to be having that today. Recently, government has issued certain guidelines. There are some changes in the basic philosophy of upkeep and maintenance of this document, Aadhaar. Can you tell us what are the recent changes which have been contemplated?
Sorry, sir, I'm not completely aware about it, but I have read about that government is allowing to change the details of the Aadhaar card. They are saying that for once the person can change the detail of the Aadhaar card, and there was a direction guidelines for the UADI as well before that all the data should be kept with privacy. But I don't aware about much of the guidelines of the government, sir.
Data storage is, of course, understood, but anything to do with the data updation periodicity or something like that?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware about it.
Okay, okay. These days, there is a very common term being used in the corporate world and otherwise also between the countries at the international level, friend shoring. Can you let us know what is this friend shoring?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware about it.
Okay, no problem. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Ankit, you are from Rivari?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I am
Yeah.
from Rewari.
Tell me a few key features of Rivari.
Okay, starting from the history, we can say that the Rewari got its name from the a daughter of a king Reva. Her name was Reva, and she was married to the Balram, the elder brother of the Lord Krishna. And the king, Ahir, the name of the king was Ahir, and he gave the city as a gift to her daughter, to his daughter, and that's why it got its name as Rewadi. In medieval time, you can say that there was a last Vikramaditya, the Hemu, which he was educated and brought up in the Rewadi. And in the medieval time, Portuguese came to Rewadi and they started the brass industry in the Rewadi, which is now flourishing. And that's why it is known as the Pital Nagari in our times. In modern times, you can say that during the freedom struggle, various freedom fighters and political leaders came from Rewadi. Calling about the geography, the Rewadi belongs to the southern part of the Haryana. One major river flows to Rewadi is Shabi Nadi, which comes from the Rajasthan and merge with the Yamuna at the Delhi. And comes of the demography, the sex ratio of Rewadi is 898, and the literacy rate of Rewadi is around 81. It is having the highest male literacy, 91 percentage, and calling on the social aspect, the women condition of women is quite good at the Rewadi, as far as I am concerned.
Okay, okay. Ankit, you have done hotel management. So why did you
Yes, ma'am.
choose this, hotel management for the degree of you?
Yeah. Actually, ma'am, I belong to a rural region, so people don't have much knowledge about the what they have to do after the 12th or the post matric. So actually, go with the hotel management. My father told me a very good thing that I am having a good technical knowledge of these kind of things. That's why I chose the hotel management.
Okay. Or when and what inspired you for civil services?
Actually, ma'am, 2018, I got inspired by civil services. There was an incident in the nearby hospital, the community hospital. There was a lady which was got miscarriage due to the non-ability of the doctor. And I started to believe that things needs to be improved. And then I asked my one of my relative that is there a way to being in a power structure of the nation directly? So he told me that there is a civil services exam which you can give and you can reach out the power structure directly.
Okay, okay. Ankit, can you tell me your 5 strengths and 5 weaknesses?
So, ma'am, my 5 strengths are I'm calm, composed, dedicated to work, responsibility seeker, and I'm quite focused. My 5 weaknesses are I get angry easily, and then I have a trust issue. I don't trust someone easily. Then confidence, sometimes I lack on the confidence. And speaking of the weaknesses, there are some like I used to eat a lot and got hungry so many times. So this might be an issue. And one of my weaknesses is
डिस्टर्ब तो नहीं हो गया?
no, sir. One of my weaknesses is I'm sorry, ma'am. I can recall only 4 of my weaknesses.
Okay. So what measures you have taken to improve?
Yeah, ma'am. I have taken various measures like for the confidence. I used to speak in the public places and the college time as well. As I belong to rural area, I don't have much confidence in the public speaking.
No, I am talking
So
about
whenever
your
I get the
weakness.
opportunity to speak,
I am talking about your weaknesses. You explained your weaknesses.
yes,
So
sir,
what
ma'am.
measures you have taken to improve those weaknesses?
Yeah, ma'am, actually, I'm lacking the confidence. So I am talking about that only. Okay, I am lacking the confidence. That is one of my weaknesses. So I used to speak in public area, public speaking, which gives me confidence. So that through that I am building my confidence. On anger issues, I used to do meditation, ma'am. I used to meditate a lot to keep my anger calm. And for trust issues, I still focusing on building a trust with someone so that I can easily trust them. So it is a step-by-step process. I am working on it. And on the part of the, which was the last one? Calmness. Sorry. Sorry, ma'am, I forgot the fourth weakness I told you.
It's okay. The next question. What are the roles and responsibilities of SDM, Subdivisional Magistrate?
Subdivisional magistrate basically focus on the implementation aspect and providing the documents, like providing the different kind of documents to the people of the district. For example, birth certificate, death certificate, all these documents get signed by the SDM, and verifying the any land record which is there in the district. So these kind of functions and responsibility comes under the SDM.
Okay. Sigmund Freud says about a personality, 3 components are required to make one personality. The one is id, the other is ego, and the third one is superego. You tell me which component is present in a personality from the very birth of him. By birth, this component is.
I haven't. Sorry, actually it got stuck. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. You are saying by birth.
Which component is present in the personality?
Actually, ma'am, I haven't read about this theory, so I'm not aware about anything about this.
Okay. So there is another question. There is one Maslow hierarchy about the needs of a person. Are you listening me?
Yes, sir, ma'am.
Okay. Maslow hierarchy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, in which different needs are described. The last one is the self-actualization needs. After the completion of physiological needs and,
Yes,
safety needs, social needs, self-esteem needs. What is that self-actualization needs?
Self-actualization need, ma'am, actually, as far as I am concerned, I believe that self-actualization need is kind of a position when a person is started to deliver towards the society. As I am thinking, like, self-esteem is about focusing on work, where the work gives him the maximum satisfaction. But self-actualization is when he taken the peace inside, he become enlightened. So giving the example like Lord Buddha and Mahatma Gandhi, because Gandhi is the best example for this. He achieved everything in his life, but at the self-actualization level, he like त्याग दिया उन्होंने सब कुछ, and then he worked for the public only. So I believe self-actualization is like when you reach the level of peace inside, internal peace, calmness.
Okay. Okay, Ankit, we are spending so much on ISRO mission. And in India, we have so much poverty.
Yes,
do you think it makes sense, to spend so much on these missions?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, it makes sense because the India needs to develop in all the aspects. If we don't focus on the ISRO and if we don't pay us salaries to our scientists, then they might leave India. It will lead to brain drain only. And as far as ISRO is concerned, it is growing with a tremendous speed. And now they are launching the commercial flights as well, where the the satellites of different nations are present with the ISRO. So it is giving them a chance to bring more money towards India, and this is improving the stature of India at international level. Because at the end of the day, we need to improve the India's stature at the all the fronts. And in coming days, as a space is becoming a new war zone, so now we need to focus on ISRO because for the sovereignty and integrity of a nation.
Okay.
Ankit, just to find out further on ISRO and the space activities of ISRO, you talked about commercial angle. Can you let us know what is India's contribution as far as commercial business of space launch activities is concerned in percentage terms? How much is the market worth as on date, and how much it is going to be in another 5 to 10 years?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware about the exact numbers of the whole commercial activities of ISRO. As far as I know that from recent times, there was a launch with the PSLV 51, where 50 commercial satellites of different nations have been launched. But I don't have the exact numbers that how much they are making for the market, and in the future, how will it will be going to happen.
On this, have you read about a startup, private startup by the name of Skyroot?
Skyroot, yes, I have read about the Skyroot. I have just have a little knowledge about the Skyroot. They provide the information regarding the weather, but I don't have the much knowledge about the Skyroot.
Okay.
Okay. The last question. What is the significance of your name, Ankit?
My name means, ma'am, conqueror. So I believe everyone is a conqueror, and the one who conquers the fears is the one who can lead the life in right way.
Okay. Another one question. What are the challenges faced by the Gram Sabhas in Haryana?
There are various challenges, ma'am. I personally believe the most important challenge which is faced by Gram Sabha is the proxy rule, the Pati Panchayat, because I have seen in my own village as well. So this is a major issue. Second, there is a huge corruption in there. So the huge amount of money comes from the state government, center government, but it got diverted to different directions and not get used for that purpose which is for it was allocated. And the third, I believe that there is a lack of funds as well. They're deliberately not taking the charge for the things which are allocated to the panchayat under the Schedule 11. And next problem, I believe that the lack of awareness among the citizens about the role of the sarpanch and the panches. They started to believe that they are the supreme in the local or in their villages, but they have to start believe that they are the masters, and the sarpanches and panches are the servant of the people. But in village area, they seems to become the king of that village and do the things at their whims and fancies. So these might be some challenges which are faced in Haryana.
Okay. Now you carry on.
Hello, Ankit. How is the
Hello,
interview
sir.
going so far? How do you feel?
Good, sir.
All right.
Good, sir.
So see, the thing is, you already know about it. The previous HCS prelims exam got cancelled. Remember? Just before this exam. This time's HCS.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So did you give
Yes,
that
sir.
prelims exam?
Yes, sir, I cleared it as.
You cleared it. Okay, but it got cancelled. So what was your feeling after that? That you cleared the exam, but
Yes,
then
sir,
it got
then-
cancelled. What happened there? And plus to add,
Actually,
do
sir,
you
I
have
was
any
sad before.
do you have any knowledge about the incident? What happened? What was the entire issue? Why it got cancelled?
Yes, I have. little bit knowledge.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually, I have little bit knowledge about it.
Hmm.
Actually, first of thing, it got cancelled just before the starting of the mains. The date of mains was around 2 to 3 December, and it got cancelled around 21 November or 22 November. So I was preparing day and night for the mains and joined the test series. So once it got cancelled, I just feel very bad that now all my hard work might go in vain, because it is always some dizziness and the puzzle about the state services. So this might be that. And coming on the issue, I think there was a corruption case against the secretary of the HPSC. So they found some of the name of some of the student with their roll numbers with him. So this is the reason that it might got cancelled.
You mentioned that you felt bad. Was there some anger also towards the administration?
No, sir, actually towards the administrations, but towards the luck as well.
Okay, so you were angry at your luck, your kismat, huh? All right.
Yes.
So if you felt that way, I'm sure many students also felt that way. Many students who cleared the prelims, they were disappointed and they were feeling angry also. Some of them were feeling angry. So what do you think, what should be done at the policy level so that these incidents can be avoided? What should be done? What is your solution to this entire problem?
Sir, okay. According to me, like person-in-person meeting with any of the member of the HPSC should be restrained. There should be no person-to-person meeting with any of the relative or person. So this is the thing which can be done. Second, ethical code of conduct must be there for the members and the HPSC's the chairman. So there must be an ethical code of conduct. And the third is the strict punishment should be there so that it can work as a deterrent. So that in future these kind of incidents won't take place. So these kind of things can be done.
So all I'm saying is that I have given, let's suppose you are given the power to change this entire system of conducting examination. You're a ruler of this state for one day. What will you do? What orders will you pass? Did you hear me, Ankit? Did you hear my question?
To change the process of examination or anything else, sir? No, yes, actually, I have heard a question, but I'm asking that to change the process of examination only.
Absolutely.
According to me, I will do these things like which UPSC does in its whole process, which makes it transparent, and as well as accountability must be there. So I would do like all the examination centers should be all the exams should be conducted in transparency. There should be cameras. All the files should be open. All the exam paper, question paper should be open in the front of the children, only the candidate only, and there must be accountability for every zone. I will give the accountability to a particular person, something like leaking of papers, and I make sure that the knowledge about the examination centers and the question paper should be restricted to a close circle of people, so that it will be easy to fix the accountability in case of any leakage or any kind of mishappening happen.
You also mentioned regulating personal contact, like all the members shouldn't be able to meet their relatives or something like that. For how long would you do that? Like for 2 years, 1 year, how would you manage that? How would you stop them from talking to their relatives?
Still the process, sir, I think for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. And why this number? Why 14 days? Is there any logic behind this number?
Sir, yeah, actually, sir, I will took the decision in such a manner that I will make a team of professors who will make sure that who will set the question papers, and I will give them the 1 week to set the question papers, and then I will give the HPSC 1 week to distribute in the different centers. So in those 2 weeks, I will make sure that these officers who are indulged in the making the question papers and who are indulged in distributing the question papers are not to get attached to any of the relatives or any kind of friends.
All right. Moving on. You're fond of playing online games? You've mentioned here that's
Yes,
one
sir.
of your hobbies, right? Online games. So let me ask you a question
Yes,
on that
sir.
only. You see, these days there is this controversy that there are so many violent online games and many children are exposed to that violence. Right? Like, for example, you must have heard about these games, Call of Duty, gun violence, and various other games in which violence is pretty daunting, right? So, and kids are exposed to that. So, what should be done? Should kids be exposed to that? Should these video games be allowed in the name of freedom of speech and expression or to express yourself? Or should we regulate it, or should we ban it completely for the kids? What is your solution? Do you think there is a problem here?
Yes, sir, there is definitely a problem here. The children of the small age get addicted to these online games and do the wrong things. Where various news comes daily, where children stolen rupees from their mothers and father and purchase various phones and subscription of these games. So there is addiction and there is a problem is there. So coming on the solution, I think we should not ban it completely. We should regulate them, because banning is not a solution, because by banning they will be smuggling or there is a back door. Always there is a back door for everything. So this happens. But by regulating, we can bring these gaming industries or these games under our control. For example, taking the PUBG, few years back, PUBG was very famous game among the children. But after the regulation, they said that PUBG can be played for 3 hours continuously. After that, children have to take the break. The application don't allow the children to play the game further after the 3 hour continuously if they have played. These kind of steps must be there. And second thing, there is a responsibility of parents as well comes in there, because at the end of the day, parents have to guide their children in right way, and so parents should be taught and told that their children should not be indulged in these kind of games for long time, because after the corona, every children got their own mobile phones and smartphones. So this problem gets bigger and bigger with this. And school education system is again comes into the play in this as well. Teachers can guide the children that these kind of things should be done in a restricted manner. So I think this can be a solution for this.
Okay. So we talked about the negative aspects of online gaming. Do you think are there any positive aspects to online gaming? Do you think there are any benefits to
Yes.
playing online games?
Yes, sir, there is definitely benefits of everything. But for online gaming specifically, it allow to focus on particular thing. It allow the person to focus on a thing for a longer period of time. Second, if a person is stressed, it can allow to person to relieve that stress. So, and some of these games are like social gaming, or where the team plays in combinedly together. Team plays for 4 or 5 people. So team work as well comes in there. So it also increase the social interaction, which are the introverts, which are not in very like comfortable to share their feelings, but they can share their feelings during the games as well. So this is there, sir.
So you think that kind of sharing is beneficial? Sharing online
Yes,
and
sir.
not physical contact or physical social sharing.
Yes, sir.
That's better than actual
No,
sharing.
sir. No, sir. Actual sharing cannot replace these online sharing cannot replace the actual sharing. But somehow it can be a starting point for the introverts.
All right. Any more questions?
Okay, Ankit, finally, on your bachelor's in hotel administration, we come back to where from we started.
Yes, sir.
There are 4 different distinct departments in the field of hotel management. What are those,
Yes,
and
sir.
which one you like the most and why?
There are 4 departments, sir: front office, housekeeping, food production, and food and beverages. They are these. I have to, if I differentiate between them, front office deals with the contact part, where the customer contact with the hotel or the hotel hospitality. So front office come into play. Food production, as its name suggests, is deals with the kitchen and the production of the food. Food and beverages deals with the servicing of the food, which is prepared in the kitchen. And housekeeping deals with the cleaning part of the whole premise. I personally like the front office actually because it allow me to seek the knowledge in the front office as well. We have to take the knowledge. We have to have the knowledge of different nations and their currencies as well. So I believe that I like the front office, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Ankit. It was nice interacting with you, the online only. I wish we could have met face to face. You wait for a while. We'll get back to you with some feedback. We'll have a session after about 5 minutes or so.
You stay online, Ankit. We'll get back to you in a moment's time. All right.
Hi, Ankit.
Yes, sir.
You had a breather?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So feeling relaxed now?
Yes, sir.
So first, you give us the feedback. How was it? How have you done?
I think, sir, on some points I fumbled. I don't able to recall the weaknesses and the strength wala point. And on some point, I was lacking on the current affair knowledge. And question was good. Overall is good.
Overall is good. Chalo, that is nice. It is
Yes, I
very,
believe.
very, we appreciate your confidence. You have said yourself that is one of your strengths. And we also agree, we are not saying this in the lighter moments. Your knowledge is good. Overall, your conduct of the interview, we are quite satisfied. But there is always scope for improvement. Nobody is 100% perfect in everything. So few aspects which we have observed and we'd like to bring it to your notice for improvement. The time is very less, but these are not very major issues that you need really a lot of time and effort to brush up on those things. First and the foremost is, of course, we have not been able to precisely gauge because you are in an online mode. But if it is so, you should be able to know it better. The eye-to-eye contact and body movement. We notice here that eye-to-eye contact needs to be better, and excessive body movement while you are seated in the interview seat. Of course, you can't be sitting like a statue. Little bit of lateral movement is okay, but not excessive movement.
Sure, sir.
Next point which we have observed is sometimes, while you are on the right track, when you are responding to a question, but sometimes you tend to go maybe in your effort trying to further explain the thing, you tend to go off track. So your answer should be precise and structured as far as your approach, basic approach to analyze any problem is concerned. And no interview board expects you to know everything, because interview, the name itself, it is such a thing that you are trying to throw a drop from the ocean and trying to ask as to what it is all about, where from it has come. So you are not expected to know everything. So if you don't know exactly the answer, no harm done. You must frankly and with total moral integrity admit that, sorry, I have not studied this part. Like we asked you about the sky route, the activities of sky route and space launch activities. So the answer which you gave to us, it was totally a miss. So don't worry, if you don't know something, don't lose heart. Heaven will not fall. Just frankly say, I don't know. Okay. Rest, as far as we are concerned, you have done quite well. You have prepared very hard for this, and we are quite confident that you are going to crack it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, dear. All the best.
Okay. Ankit, what I felt I'll discuss with you,
Yes,
2-3 points. Your confidence level is okay. And the second thing is eye contact must be there. You should improve on that. And your academic knowledge needs to brush up a little bit. Already you have done so much. So little bit is required on your part. And then another point I noticed about you, that is the lip squeezing. In between, you do like that. You know? You know about it? Your habit?
You bite your lip.
Yeah.
Don't bite the
Yeah.
lips.
Yeah, don't bite it.
Yeah, involuntary.
Yeah, it doesn't look nice.
These are signs of nervousness, na? So you have to
So
control
don't do that when you will give your final interview. So I noticed many times
Okay.
you are doing it. So otherwise it's okay, and our wishes are with you. All the best. Okay.
A few more things, Ankit. जैसे one thing is clear that you need to brush up a little on your current affairs. वो ज़रूर करके जाना, ठीक है? Because you have a good few days अभी, तो brush up on your current affairs, at least the major issues. दूसरी चीज़ है, listen to the question carefully. The thing is कि ma'am asked you a question on Gram Sabha. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah, but you gave an
Yes,
answer
sir.
on Gram Panchayat. There is a difference between Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. Gram Sabha is the list of all the registered voters in a Panchayat area. But you talked about Pati Panch and all that stuff. That was Gram Panchayat. The question was asked regarding Gram Sabha. I hope आपको पता है Gram Sabha और Gram Panchayat का फर्क.
Yes, sir, I know the difference, but so far I have just studied about the difference. I have studied about the issue in the Gram Panchayat. I haven't studied about the Gram Sabhas.
पर question
That's why
Gram Sabha का पूछा था, तो you could have said कि I know about Gram Panchayat, but I don't know about Gram Sabha. This could have been done. But Gram Sabha का ऐसे है कि there are not many powers given to the Gram Sabha. ऐसे, this is the only issue basically, because it is the only vehicle of direct democracy in our country. Right? So there are not many powers that are given to it. So the thing that I'm extracting out of this is that you have to listen to the question properly. What the interviewer is trying to ask you. Alright? Make sure you do that. Baki, everything is alright. Just brush up your current affairs. Bas itna hi karke jana. And take care of all the other things that sir and ma'am have told you. Just take care of these things, because like biting your lip or doing any sort of movement actually showcases your nervousness, which is not something that we want to show the interviewer. Right? We want to exude confidence. Alright? So make sure you take care of that and brush up your current affairs, and that would be all. Baki, I think you're ready. If you have come this far, you have cleared your prelims, you have cleared your mains. So if you have come this far, well, you're there, almost there. Just take care of these few things.
Sure, sir.
All right, Ankit?
Thank you, sir.
All the very best.
Okay, all the best. Beta, do well.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.